name is Ben. I'm 23. I moved to Israel 5 years ago from New York, and I served a few years in the army. I worked for a few startups. I worked for a VC firm, and I started a company too called Mapme. What's really good here is like just access to like really great people, and especially when you serve in the army, it's a really good place to build a really strong network of people and friends. And it's such a small country, so you can meet so many people and really talented people, and afterwards you have access to all these people, and who knows, you might start working together, you might raise money from someone, they might help you and advice. And now, anywhere I am, like even when I come into this office space to meet you guys, I saw a few people who I knew from I haven't seen in years, but every day that happens, and I feel like that's what's really special. Like it's so small, but so much talent that you could build really you could build really great relationships and leverage them to build really amazing things. So when it started out as a side project, I was in the army and I was pretty busy with the army, but this project was working and we had traffic and it was growing, and I realized that it was getting hard for me to manage it. We started to make money, and my dad he started just saying, he told me, yeah, hey, I'll help you out, like I'll let me spend 1 day a week helping you out, and then it became 2 days a week, and then became 3 days a week, and then he was helping out, but he didn't know anything would happen with it. He just thought that this was a really good project. He wanted to help out. He wanted to see where it could go, and I feel like that's a really good take on life. When it could lead to really good things, and I think it's a good trait to be able to do that, because a lot of people will say, yeah, where's the money? I want the money. I want the ROI. I'm only gonna join if I can do that, and a lot of the time that's not the right approach, and I think some of the best opportunities in life can come from being able to see things that way, and that's definitely something I got from him, and even from Mapped in Israel and Mapme, that's really how it started. Without that, we wouldn't have really gone anywhere, and without his time and investing in that, nothing would have happened. Well, I didn't really meet that many people. I met only a few, but they were awesome. They were working on really cool things. It seems like there are just advantages there that there are just different advantages and disadvantages of the tech community there. One thing is there seems to be a lot of really talented developers, and they're a lot cheaper than, for example, here in Silicon Valley, which is a huge advantage for building a company. It's also a huge market, 90 million people in Vietnam, right? So it's a really big market that has a lot of potential to grow. So it's just very it's just very different and eye-opening. Well, I think it depends on timing. Right now, money is not really important for me, because I can live anywhere. As long as I have enough money to get through the month, then I'm fine. I don't need to. It's not my biggest focus. I think in 10 years from now it could be, but as of now, I think just having enough money just means having freedom to do whatever you want. So just being in a position to be free and do whatever you want is what's most important. So yeah, as long as you're in that position, I think it's best. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be making a ton of money. It just means that you can get by and you can do whatever you want, and then maybe hopefully better opportunities will come instead of something that you don't necessarily want to, but maybe makes more money. So I would say right now it's not that high for me, but it changes. I would say I try to work on your own projects, your own initiatives, and what you guys are doing now seems to be one of those types of ideas. And I think starting your own initiatives is always a really good idea, and even if it's just a few hours a week or a few hours a month, at least you're doing something really productive and trying something new, and I think that can always lead to good opportunities. And a lot of people just don't kind of do it. They're always talking about it, or they don't make it happen. And I think that's definitely key. Also helping people just without anything in return, I think is really important. I help ever since I moved to Israel, I've tried to help as many companies with different things that I could help with, reaching investors or journalists in the States, or launching on Product Hunt, or all kinds of different things. And I always did it just, for no reason, like no money, nothing in return. But now, now looking back, all these people, like, they're like so thankful. And when I need something, it's so easy to get. It's always so easy to get to because I did that. So I think always when you're meeting someone or you're doing something, like, you should always offer your, like, anything you can, and not for something not for something in return.